I'm glad you are here today, and I thank you and welcome all the new members. And I'm really excited and happy that you are being part of the pediatric population and helping the children. If the children they are yours, or you are working in the school system, or you are having outpatient clinic, whichever way you are able to do change and make a difference. That's how you are a part of this group, because you have something to do with children and you want to make a difference in their life. And last few weeks, I have been talking about digital de-addiction, how it is impacting our children. I know I have been talking for quite some time because it's not that easy and simple that we just today we decide they're addicted and we take it away and remove it and tell them to forget about it. So what can be done? That's what I've been going over. Being an adult, what we can do, which I have mentioned a couple of things. That first of all, we need to change our approach ourselves, that what we can do to, so that way we can set a good example for our children. And then second, setting limit and deciding before it gets too bad. And once the things becomes out of control, it's very hard to limit and talk about it. So if we do it ahead of time, then, because usually the way it gets started, that it probably from here and there, just a little bit here, a little bit in there. Like children, they are in the when they are in the restaurant, and or we are busy doing something, so they do we sit, make them sit quietly. So those things then lead to that where they are, our kids are today. So if we control it now, then we can see the difference and quickly. But if somebody is already in a addicted and they are, so what you can do? Because if all of a sudden we are completely stopping, no electronics, they are their response. When a child is really young and they do absolutely fine, which I have seen with parents. They are able to take care of it, and they are able to completely limit the time to maybe from the child who was on the tablet all the time, they have changed to maybe half an hour or so in a day, and the child is absolutely fine. They were able to deal with that. But when we are talking about older children, that becomes difficult. So how you are going to do? So you are going to monitor what the person is doing, and when we are doing, you are going to let the child, yes, you can be on electronics, but you are deciding what the child is going to be able to see. Because the electronics addiction, when we are talking about, is the blue light addiction. So the program you are choosing, it has to be fun plus educational, and that will be exciting, that the child will be interested. You need to look for, so that's how you're going to start monitoring to reduce. Because rather than them being choosing playing the video game or being in the electronics watching the program, it is better to let them be on the TV, and you are deciding what, along with your child, you give the choices. You are making the giving the options to the child, that these are the choices, choose which one. It's not that, okay, I decide you are going to watch this, that's it. It's not going to work, because we have to come to the ground that we are at the same level of understanding, that okay, I want you to be having fun doing things, but what kind of. So be careful, read the fine lines, what you are letting the child watch. So do that, and gradually, that's how 1 or 2 hours a day, rather than taking away completely, you can start that. And but whenever we are doing this, we got to be careful that we are engaging, because most of the time our children, they have the capability, lots of capability, they have a lot of potential, but nothing got exploded because they spent so much of time on the electronics. They did not get a chance to explore the areas what they know. So we are going to help them. We are going to guide them, giving them choices. Because many times what happens, what I hear, parents will say, oh, not going to be interested. We are not going to think like that until unless, yes, the child will be not interested, until unless we are going to expose and we are going to be involved. We are going to do with them. The moment we do with them things that the interest, first of all, the child is to just sit there when you are doing, you are drawing, or you are coloring, or you are going, doing something around the house. Let the child watch. Even you are cooking, let the child be there and watching and observing those things, how we are going to involve. If that is essential, because by doing that, then gradually they are going to have interest. But if they don't do anything, don't expose, they don't have the exposure, and the only electronics is the only, then it's not going to happen. So we are going to help them to guide that what they will be interested and what they want to do. That something has to be done. And a lot of physical activity is essential. Being outside, outdoor, just going for a walk. So there will be some physical limitation. With some children, they will have physical limitation. They have pain or they are not able to walk, which I see one young man, he's having problem, which we are working with so that he will be able to walk comfortably. But until then, right now, even just walking on the driveway to go to the mailbox and bringing the mail back, or just going to the garden, just walking in the subdivision, or going from one spot to the other, that makes a big difference. So the physical activity has to happen. As much we can add, that is going to be better. What level? Even just shooting a basket. We are not talking about playing for hours, but just doing 10 baskets, maybe 5 baskets to start somewhere. But we got to be involved. We cannot just say, hey, go and play that. It's not going to happen, because we have to be part of that to create the interest. Then only they are going to be interested and will want. And exploring, a lot of children, they have the ability to be able to sing, dance, or play instruments. But that area has not been explored. So we need to start doing that and giving that opportunity for the child to be involved. And the limitation that has got started, we want to break that pattern. So this is the only way it is possible that we can break the pattern, and we can do it. And also, I have been mentioning about the training program which I have created, and for the parents and caregivers, that gives you ideas and suggestions to understand that what's going on with your child and what you can do to help them to overcome that. And that helps you to understand the children better, that what could be wrong, why the child behaves the way the child behaves. So this is something everybody is really excited. Everyone, whoever has purchased that, and they are doing those programs, they always say this, that I wish I would have known that this existed, so that my child would have not been going through what the child is going through now. And they are already seeing the changes by implementing. So I definitely suggest and recommend that for every person who are involved in a child's life, whichever way, they need to do this training program so that they can help every child the best way possible. And not only that, if you have any question after that, I am there to help. I can guide you through in person to be able to answer the specific question about a specific child, that what can be done. And this is the experience with my personal experience, and for 31 years doing this, the difference what has made, that just makes it in a child's life that is unbelievable and unimaginable. We don't want to waste any time any further. So having this knowledge, because I know there are a lot of things that are out there, so people are skeptical. They are thinking, oh yeah, I know, but I do not know how effective it is going to be. Just by doing this, that is going to change you, that you will understand that yes, being skeptical is fine, but this is something, when you are going to go into and understand, dive in, then you will understand. And the first few days itself, you by looking at it, because that gives you the opportunity to just try for free for few days to look at the program and the amazing things you can learn, and then you go from there. But because this something, it is so amazing, after having so much of requests from throughout the world, everybody in the corner, different corner of the world, they wanted to know how I can help. That's how I created this program, so that way everybody can be helped. Every person who is part of their children's life, they can make a difference. And the pleasure making the difference, that what we can gain is that's just unimaginable. And when I was talking to one of the parents today, she said, this is not only changing my child's life, this is changing my life, my approach to life, and how we can enjoy our time together. And that is a fact. So definitely I suggest, let me check if I'm missing out anything that what I have mentioned. Okay, and which I have also mentioned about that take free bedtime. That's having a routine and deciding at least 2 hours before, or 2 hours or more before, that the children should be not having any kind of tech other than just listening to light music and doing some breathing exercises, calming breathing exercises, very simple breathing exercise that helps for all of us to put us pull all of us back together, to be able to go back to sleep and relax and be free from all the things going in our head, to calm it down. So from next week I will be starting something new journey, because digital addiction, I talked about it for quite some time. If anyone has any question, you can message and I can help you through what you can do, which I mentioned, that for how you would do that, gradually doing for the de-addiction. You cannot just stop straight up, but you're controlling what you are giving, having more physical activity and doing 2 hours, and then gradually you can reduce more to the point that you can pull completely out, to be completely digital free until the addiction is not there anymore. So if you have any other question, you can don't hesitate to reach me. And I know this is a big thing and a big factor, and that will change every child's life. So I'm glad to be part of that, and I'm glad to be part of this journey that I am able to share with you. And talk to you next week. Until then, have a good day. Bye now.